starting preparation for Chicago. Need a good week of work this week, and need our fans nice and loud this week. Help us here to get this victory. Questions?
Hey Mike, have you seen them make up for the loss of Bryce Callahan and their defense so far?
You know, they really do a great job. McManus is playing in there now, but you know, I think they do. I think defensively they play really good complementary together football. I think their back end does a really nice job of over. Did you break it, Bob? I think they do a really nice job with their coverages. You know, they play cover 2 to one side, cover 2 to the other, play quarters, play a little bit of 3-week, and then so they do a nice job of understanding every part of the concepts that they're doing, and then you know their linebackers do a good job, and then they get a good rush. So you know it all works together. But you know they're playing great on defense.
Coach, pretty rough 3 quarters when you played them at Soldier Field. Offensively, what did you see in that film that it's something that has to change this time around?
Yeah, well, you know we turned it over 3 times, so that wasn't good, and you know. I thought they kind of, best word is how to say this. They were dominating us for a long time. Yeah.
What's the benefit of for 3 teams in this division that gets to face the Bears twice a season to be able to see what you did against Khalil Mack the first time and now taking that game plan, making tweaks? I mean, what would you like to see differently done this time in this final game against them?
I'd like to win this time, but. I guess you know, without getting into game plan stuff, you know, we got to play better.
Mike, after some turmoil a couple of weeks ago, how much confidence do you think the team has now after the last 2 victories?
I don't think we ever lost our confidence. I think you know we've won a couple games, and we need to continue to play good. But I don't think we've lost our confidence.
Mike, in games like this, do teams need to kind of take things to a different level, or is it a matter of just treating it the same as always? What do you make of how teams need to respond when the stakes get up to this point?
Again, without getting into game plan things, I think that yeah, it's going to be a heightened sense of urgency. You know, it's really for us, it's playoffs have already started. You know, we know that we have to win this game in order to get into them, and you know, so there has to be heightened sense of focus and energy, and you know, study time and things like that. So, and then you know, you got to make sure that you know, your bodies are rested, and you know, you understand that it's going to be a physical football game on Sunday.
Mike, what did you learn about Mitch Trubisky the first time you played him?
You know, I probably didn't know he was as fast as he was running. He had some really good runs on us, and we had to adjust during the course of the ball game. So that was part of it. You know, I think he does a nice job in the RPOs and the passing game that they do.
Is he one of those guys that you have to have a disciplined pass rush again? I mean, you can't get too wild against him.
Yeah, I mean, and that goes not just with the defensive line, but it could be with the linebackers and their drops. You know, the depth of their drops, the areas where they're at. You know, so that you got a few more eyes on them.
Yeah, Mike, you've answered a lot of questions about what other teams are doing to Adam Thielen, but is there anything more that you guys can do or need to do to get him going quicker?
Yeah, I think there's a few things we can do. You know, obviously he's getting some double coverages, but you know, that's mostly on 3rd downs. You know, but they're obviously paying a lot of attention to him. So I think there's a couple of things we're going to try to do.
You said the last time that you guys played before that, Matt Nagy was 800 plays. Just the volume of that play of his call sheet. How difficult was that when you experienced that in game, and just the amount of plays that they do have and they do run?
Yeah, they give you a lot of different looks, so that's the difficult part of it.
Like their explosion of takeaways, Is that, how much of that is an impact, and are they planning differently defensively this year compared to last few years?
No, I mean, not a whole lot different. You know, obviously, you know, Hicks is a great player, Mac's a great player. I think Eddie Goldman's been playing really well. I don't think, I mean, scheme-wise, it isn't that much different, really, no. You know, just guys making plays. The thing I notice the most is they're in the back end. You know, they're relying a lot on the pass rush, and so they're able to play a little bit tighter. And I also feel like they do a good job in their zone concepts of keeping some, you know, they're able to jump some balls. And I think Jackson has helped them some in that regard, you know. But they're playing with a lot of confidence, and that helps too, you know, because you can sit out some routes and go get it.
Just 17 yards out of the running backs in this game a month ago. Where do you feel like the run game is right now compared to?
Well, we only ran it 14 times, I think, right? So, you know, this team's going to be hard to run against, but you know, you can't run it 14 times.
Seems there might be some playoff gamesmanship going on just with the jockeying of position. I think Doug Peterson joked that he might have called Matt Nagy to, I don't know, give some tips or anything. Do you expect that type of stuff at this time of year?
I don't care who he called. I really don't. I didn't hear that, but I don't care who Doug calls or who anybody calls.
What is the potential availability of Kendricks and Rhodes for this Sunday's
We'll
game?
see.
With Hicks, what makes him special?
Power. He's a big, powerful man. Great bull rush. Really good for a big man. His quickness, side to side.
Mike, is Kyle's big game from Sunday something he can build off of the rest of the year here, or is that a case of a matchup that you saw that you could take advantage of?
It's possible. You know, a lot of times it's based on the coverage that you're getting, but you know, last week was a week that we saw some opportunities for him. So each week is a little bit different. So we'll just have to see this week as we go.
All right.